Let's draw a deer. We're going to start with kind of a rounded off rectangle. And then we're going to draw kind of a long, skinny neck. But then it turns into kind of a water drop shape. And that's going to be the start of our body for our deer. There we go. All right, now we're going to draw the legs. We'll leave a little bit of space right here in between the legs. And then bring them down. And we'll draw some knobby knees. And then some long, skinny legs. And kind of thicker on the bottom. Almost like little bell bottoms. All right, there we go. We have the basic shape, but now we need to give them more of a body. So if we, right around here, we're going to draw, it'll almost look like a little moon right here. But we're going to draw, that's going to be the belly of our deer. And we're going to do it one more time. This is going to be our deer's booty and the back of her, and the back of his legs. And you can see here, it curves out. See how it's curving right there? Seems kind of funny at first, but that's how a deer and a lot of animals and like dogs, and that's how their legs are. We'll do one more over here. We're going to copy this line. Bring it straight down, and then thicker on top. Now we'll give it a little tail. We'll jump up to the head. We'll add some ears. All right. Now we're just going to start some eyes. We're just going to draw some little curved lines on the side of the head. And then make the eyes protrude just a little bit. And then here's the fun part for the nose and the mouth. We're just going to draw kind of this big circle like this, or big oval. And then now we've got a little chin. We've got the mouth. And the nose. Pretty easy, right? Now we're going to draw a little fold on the inside of the ears. See how they're thicker here at the bottom and then they get thin up top? And then we could draw our antlers. So I'm just going to draw one piece at a time to try to make it simple. There's one. We'll draw one that comes out like that. And then maybe just one more over here. Draw that one. This kind of big one. Curves up like that. And then one more over here. Nice and simple. And then now you can add some grass. So something for our deer to eat. All right, now that we have the outline done, all we need to do is add some ink. Okay, I've got my ink pen here. We've got everything mapped out, but I might change a little bit here and there. But we'll try to keep it pretty close to the original. But that's the best part about starting with pencils, is you can erase and make corrections. All right. And then when I do the top of his head, like always when we're doing animals, I use these kind of rough lines to make it look like fur. Do the same thing on the inside of his ear. If it was smooth, our little deer would look a little funny. So over here on the eyes, see how it's kind of just a point right there, almost a triangle. We're going to pick one spot, maybe right there. We'll color the rest in black. And then for the nose, kind of looks like a bell. But watch how we do this. We're going to color in just the top. And then we're going to leave a little spot in the center. It kind of makes it look like a little highlight. Outline that, and then we're not going to go all the way across. That's his little mouth there. There we go. We've got the head done. All right, now let's do the body. Again, you don't have to be perfect. Kind of have these little scribble lines. And then down here on the legs, it's a little bit smoother, not as much hair. Maybe right here it's got a little patch. Down towards the bottom and his knees, his legs are a little bit smoother. And we'll put some grass right in front of his hooves. And then we're not going to draw every line. This is where we're going to start changing things up a little bit. We're only going to go up a little bit, not all the way over here. So we're going to erase some of these guidelines. And then we can continue down the rest of the body. We'll put some grass in front of his little feet there too. There we go. And we'll give him his little fluffy tail. All right, now let's just add our grass. And you've got a really cool coloring book page that you could practice with. There we go. Our little deer on a hill. You can put a couple little layers of grass if you want to get fancy and add a little bit more detail. And all you have to do now is erase, and you've got a cute little deer that you could color in. Maybe you could team up and you could do this as a team. One person draws it and another person colors it. But if you're like me, you're probably a control freak, so you would never let anybody color your drawing. Unless you made a copy. Make a photocopy, pass them out, and then everybody could color your deer. All right. Hope you enjoyed drawing this cute little deer, and we'll see you in the next video.